I am in Montreal's Old Port with an Olympia GM8426. I've seen this called a scamera, a toy, and a trash cam online. This Olympia GM8426 is one of many similar cameras released in the 1980s and into the 90s, most likely by a company called Taiwan Photographic Corp, also called Ouyama, who released a ton of similar cameras with some very suspect names. The focus-free 50mm optical lens is fronted by a plastic covering hiding a very small, unimpressive lens inside with a maximum aperture of f6.3. The shutter speed is somewhere between 1/100th and 1/200th of a second. There's a self-timer that delays for anywhere from 5 to 11 seconds, motor drive advance and rewind, and a pretty unconvincing red-eye reduction light. This weighs at least a whopping 680 grams due to the hunk of metal that serves no function. As seen from the front is the viewfinder, self-timer lever, hot shoe for flash, a brilliant viewfinder like you'd find on a TLR camera that helps compose shots at waist level, the motor drive switch wheel to advance or rewind the film, and a big shutter button you can't miss. There's the viewfinder again from the back, and that's all you get. On the underside of the GM8426 there's a tripod socket and a compartment for 2 AA batteries. To load film, place the film roll with the protruding tip pointed downward into the film take-up spool on the left of the open camera. Pull the film leader across to the right until the film touches the right side edge, and the take-up teeth grab the sprocket holes of the film. Close the back, press the shutter button to advance the film, and you're ready to go. I am in Montreal's Old Port with an Olympia GM8426. This is a point and shoot 35mm film camera with lens that's called color and focus free. I can spin it out to different f-stops and it gets longer. As you can see, there's a little demarcations there showing 16, 11, 8, and 6.3 for my f-stops. What's really cool about this little camera is there is a top-down waist level viewfinder here. See that? That's pretty cool. And a big ol' normal viewfinder, eye level viewfinder. So this camera has a motor drive for film advancement, not many more features than that. Gonna give it a spin, kind of rock out some photos in the Old Port, and we'll give you my thoughts after that. So this Olympia GM8426 seems to be pretty gimmicky. It's very plasticky, made to look like an SLR, though it's not. The lens doesn't have much functionality, and the rangefinder the waist level viewfinder seems to be pretty gimmicky, but looks like for somebody who wants to have an SLR, but they need a different camera before they get there. Maybe good for training, good practice camera. This one I'd get just for novelty, but it's not really anything I expect to have great photos out of. Still gonna keep shooting. Let's do it. This Olympia's got a massive grip with some texture to it, so I don't feel like I'd ever drop it. It's a little bit large to be holding in the hand. Like, it's firmly in my grip, but it's a little bit, after holding it for about an hour, I feel a little bit worn. Like, my hand is a little bit cramped, but it's not really a big deal. Here we are, the Olympia GM8426 at the end of my roll. Now, on the top of where you would normally select a shutter speed on many manual cameras, I have W, which I have no idea what it means. I didn't consult any manual. I have no idea what the W means, but that's how I've been shooting and it seems to work. Now I'm going to give it a shot to the rewind, what looks like a rewind symbol. Oh, and now you can hear it's just automatically rewinding the entire roll. Good thing I didn't do that earlier. Sounds a little crunchy toward the end there. Okay, I'm just going to spin that dial and stop it. Okay, there we go. Film's all rolled up. Camera tested. Let's see the shots.